Yo, what up guys? Jacques Slade here. Today, we've got a nice set of sneakers that are releasing this week. We've got a Kobe that I think everybody basically wants and a bunch of other stuff as well. But as we usually do, before we get to the heat check, let's do a little bit of an unboxing real quickly. The good folks over at Ma Maniére, they reached out and was like, hey, we like what you do and we want to send you something. And so I got a box from them in the mail. Now, I'll be honest with you, I always love Ma Maniere's packaging. They do a really great job with this, and this time they sent me the Air Force One. Now, this is probably one of the better shoes in there. They left me a little note here. I'll read it to you guys. It says, you don't move for validation, you move with purpose. It has always been about how you show up for the ones who walk heavy, who set the tone, who define the now. Much respect always, Ma Maniére. Very, very dope of them to send that over with a personalized handwritten note. So for those brands out there, handwritten notes go a very, very long way. So this it has the Ma Maniére 10th anniversary box there for those that are familiar with the box. And then it has the branding of the logo here. It's embossed in silver, which is always a nice touch. But the shoes, let's get into the shoes. All white Air Force One. Now, if you follow me, you know I don't wear a lot of white shoes. I have very, very few all white shoes, but I definitely will make an exception for these. As you can see, they have that double swoosh, which gives it some texture. They have a really nice leather on these. As you can see here from the toe box, they just did a really good job making sure that the leather on these was upgraded and a bit more than what you usually get. Let me get this box out of the way here. Now, something you can tell, they do the translucent outsoles, which I think looks really, really nice, but I think it's really the details is what's gonna make this shoe special. For instance, they have the Ma Maniére there instead of the normal Nike print there. They still have Air on the inside, but they have Ma Maniére on the outside. Now, the lining, I don't know if you can see this, but the lining is actually almost like it's quilted, but it's really the Ma Maniére logo on the inside lining there, which is a very nice touch. Definitely makes these feel premium, in my opinion. For the heel, they went with Ma Maniére on both. I thought they were going to only do it with one, but you see the Ma Maniére logo, and then you have the Nike logo there as well, right at the bottom. Again, very nice touches which elevate the shoe. Then on the tongue, you have the Nike Air and you have Ma Maniére right below it. And for the lace eyelets on the left, this is my left shoe, you have the Ma Maniére logo there on the lace stays, and then you have the Nike swoosh on that one. Overall, really good pair. And it actually reminds me, hold on, I'll be right back. It reminds me a lot of this pair. This is the John Elliott pair where they cut out the swoosh to add that depth, as opposed with these where they double layered the swoosh to add the depth to it. And then these, they have the layering all over for the depth, whereas these, they kept it pretty close to the original Air Force One, but just added the depth there. And then the outsoles are a little different. Obviously, they went with the white, where they went with the translucent ones on this one here. I believe these are special insoles as well. Let me take a quick look here. Oh, they give a nice plastic shoe tree. That's a nice touch, a little elevated shoe tree, which is always good. And then these look like just regular foam inserts. And then look at that. On the inside, it says, while you were sleeping. But these are Ma Maniére branded insoles, which feel like the normal foam. I'd probably switch these out and add in the Move insoles. Whereas with these, they went with the big, massive zoom inserts, big, giant zoom inserts. These have the double tongue. These have a leather tongue. So just a different way of making a white shoe, but making it feel luxury, really taking the Air Force One and elevating it and taking it to the next level, which also is why these cost more than your normal Air Force One. I believe these are $150, if I recall correctly. But again, shout out to the folks over at Ma Maniére. Thank you guys for sending these over. Definitely appreciate it. But more importantly, let's get to the sneaker releases for this week, because there's a lot of things that I think you guys are going to be excited about. First off, let's start with the Nike Kobe 5 Pro Trail for Caitlin Clark. This is her PEs on June 30th for $190. So as the world waits for the inevitable Caitlin Clark signature shoe, we're getting a Kobe 5 Pro Trail in Indiana Fever colors to satiate the demand. Whether or not you think it's a good idea for Nike to hold off on getting Clark's signature product, this is more than adequate holdover, as Kobe Pro Trails are still popular among hoopers and sneakerheads, and having that Clark cosign will equate to automatic sales for this one. Next up, the kids Nike A1, her time to shine. This is on July 1st for $90. Meanwhile, it's Asia Wilson's time to shine, as the name implies, with this kids exclusive colorway, which, yeah, the energy for this is definitely geared towards the kiddos with this vibrant color combination of pink and Volt. Yeah, very kitty. We have the Nike Air Max Uptempo NY versus NY. This is going to be on the 1st for $160. The Nike KD 18 Boys and Girls Club, which I grew up going to, is dropping on July 1st for $150. So Kevin Durant's connection to the Boys and Girls Club is highlighted by the upper matching the colors organization's logo, which you can also find on the inner tongue. It's not a hyped collaboration by any means, but that's probably how KD likes it, as he has helped kids in clubs previously by paying for their college education, which is super dope. We also have the Nike Zoom GT Cut 3 Turbo. This is the Reed Shepherd PE. This is on the 1st for $210. Then you also have the Rob Dillingham PE. That's going to be on the 1st for $210. Shout out to Hoka for being, I would say, more transparent with their release dates, because let's be real, the website can be a little iffy at times. So let's check out what they've got dropping on the 1st along with everybody else. So the women's Hoka Araya, this is the Araya 8, I should say, and Rose Cream is going to be on the 1st for $150. You can also get it in blush. You can get it in triple white. You can get it in oyster mushroom. You can get it in midnight blue, and you can get it in triple black, stardust, black, and skyward blue. Then you can also get it in black and white, and you can get it in truffle salt. All on July 1st, and they're going to cost you $150. Next on the July 1st drops is Puma, and they've got a bunch for us. So deep breath, hold on, here we go. The women's Puma Monstro Jelly Peaceful Blue on July 1st for $120. You can also get it in Lemon Sherbet on July 1st for $120. If you like the Monstro Mule, you can get that in Sea Kelp, or you can get it in Lilac Frost on July 1st for $110. The Puma V S2 Goal Getter, that's going to be in Puma Silver on July 1st for $90. The women's Puma Arizona Zebra in Puma Black is going to be on July 1st for $90. The Puma DB8 Nitro 3 is in Mint Melt. That's going to be on the 1st for $160. The Mag Max Nitro is dropping in a bunch of colorways. You have Speed Blue, you have Warm White, you have Mint Melt, and you have Gold Moon, all dropping on July 1st for $180. The women's Puma Palermo Pin It Up is dropping in Magenta Gleam on July 1st for $80. And then the women's Puma Palermo Pin It Up in Mauve Mist is dropping on the 1st for $80. I told you it was a lot of stuff dropping for Puma. All right, let's switch up to New Balance. New Balance is bringing back the original colorways of the Protection Pack. We talked about this a little while ago. The collection that feels like a collab that's not actually a collab has experienced the full circle of hype, from underrated banger to overexposed dud to a basically general release now. Will this retro of the OGs bring back that energy? You guys let me know down in the comments. So we have the New Balance 2000R Protection Pack and Rain Cloud. That's going to be on the 1st for $130. You also can get it in Phantom in the 2002R. That's going to be on July 1st for $150. And then you have the Sea Salt on July 1st for $150 as well. The New Balance Fuel Cell Rebel V5. This is dropping in Angora and Earth Shadow on July 1st for $140. And that kind of sounds like superheroes in those colorways. The New Balance Fresh Foam BB V3 is dropping in light gray, but you can also get it in white and blue, both on July 1st for $130. July 1st is going to be hella busy when it comes to sneakers. We have the Nike Book One Night. This is on July 1st for $155. So the latest Book One to show love to the local Phoenix area. This pair is dubbed Night, and it's all about the night vibes, which is mostly a black upper with iridescent accents on the lenticular swoosh and collar. It's a night theme, sure, but the color shifts on the lenticular parts kind of remind me of Marty McFly's cat from Back to the Future 2. So maybe there's a tie-in they're not telling us about. We have the women's Nike Shock TL in Pearl on July 1st for $170. You have the Salmon, I said Salmon, maybe I'm hungry. The Solomon XT6 in Dusty Yellow on July 1st for $200. They have the Solomon XT Whisper in Vanilla Ice Baby on July 1st for $140. And there's no relation to that guy as far as I know, but I mean, when you say Vanilla Ice, you just kind of got to sing the song. You have the Solomon XT4 OG Fairy Tale on July 1st for $190. Now, Nike, they dug deep into the ACG archives with this trail-ready sneaker that's called the Facade, but it's spelled in a very non-Facade kind of way, which is probably the point of the Facade all along. Oh, now my head kind of hurts from this whole facade. Sneakers are cool. Facade thing. I don't know. Anyway, so the Nike ACG Facade is dropping in yellow zest, which sounds tasty, on July 2nd for 145. And then you also have it in cave stone and aluminum July 2nd for 145. Korean brand Zhongli teams up with Solomon to bring some energy to the more obscure XA Pro 3D model with a touch of earthy tones and some triple black energy. The result is a more elevated premium look in comparison to the GR versions. So you have the Zhongli Solomon XA Pro 3D Sierra on July 2nd for 160, but you also can get it in black for 160 as well. Switching to the ladies, we have the women's Nike Structure 26. This is dropping in white, black, and barely green on July 3rd for 140. You can also get it in white, barely volt for 140, and then you can get it in hyper pink and black for 140. But there's also the option of getting it in white, black, and bright crimson, or you can get it in pure platinum and Parisian violet, or total orange and black. We have black and white. We have black and anthracite, light armory blue, because I can't say words, and diffuse blue. All of those dropping on July 3rd for 140 bucks. Now, switching over to the Nike Pegasus Premium, one of the premier shoes of the year, but just is not really popping off like we thought it was going to. So you have that in anthracite on July 3rd for 220, but you can also get it in white and metallic silver. You can get it in barely green and mint foam, as well as the reverse swoosh, all dropping on July 3rd for $220. Now, in homage to the Nike Mayfly, a sneaker that was designed to die after 100 kilometers, the modern Mayfly pack is a series that will drop over the next several months that borrows the aesthetic cues of the original Mayfly and place them on the current generation of Nike runners. So you have the Nike Zoom Pegasus 41 Modern Mayfly on July 3rd for 140. You have the Pegasus Premium Modern Mayfly on July 3rd for 220. And then you have the Pegasus Plus in the Modern Mayfly colorway on July 3rd for 180. Then for you Ja fans, we have the Kool-Aid Nike Ja 2 Tropical Punch is dropping on the 3rd for 130. The Air Jordan 3 Pure Money is dropping on the 3rd for $205 as well. Now, this is where we start to see the price of the terrace, that $5 price bump. Pure Money indeed. Anyways, this will be the first time that Pure Money has re-released if you don't count the triple white pair from 2018 with the icy blue outsole. Most notably, this one will feature the hidden behind the back tab Pure Money message and come with the elephant print alternate laces, which is a very nice touch. For you Zion fans, the Jordan Zion 4 Noah is dropping on the 3rd for 145. New Balance has the 991 V2 in Grape Sorbet dropping on the 3rd for 250. Terry Fox has the Adidas Orion 45th anniversary dropping on the 3rd for 105. And so this special edition of the Orion is a recreation of the sneakers Canadian amputee Terry Fox wore as he was running every day in an effort to spread awareness and raise funds for cancer research. The updates include adding Terry's name to the upper along with some changes to the branding. And congratulations to Damian Lillard for approaching 10 signature shoes, and the Dame 10 comes to us with 3 debut colorways that has something for those who love the bright and funky, that are indicative of Lillard's dynamic game, and probably the more grounded pairs that are all business. So you have the Adidas Dame 10 in core black and iron metallic that's going to drop on the 3rd for 90 bucks. You also have it in lime burst, but you can also get it in zero metallic on the 1st for $90. But the lime burst drops on the 3rd for 90, and then the zero metallic drops on the 1st for 90. Yeah, there you go. Got it. Okay, again, just want to give you guys one last look at the Ma Maniére Air Force One 150, but these are definitely premium when it comes to premium Air Force Ones. As always, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, favorite, subscribe, and all of that good stuff, and I'll see you soon. Peace.